example of why mirroring is a bad idea in chess. This was white playing the e4, and then the black has mirrored with the e5. Then I bring out the king's knight, and black brings out the king's knight. Then I bring out my bishop there, so we're looking towards a sort of fried liver thing, and black brings out the bishop. So my instinct just kicked in to just nip this in the bud.
Check.
And go for this. I win many games by just sacking this bishop here in all sorts of different situations. I find it's one of my strongest moves in my game is to just sack this bishop 3 or 4 moves into the game. One of the problems is that he's got this undefended pawn now,
check,
which I can recapture with check. So I'm a bishop down, but I've got this pawn sitting there, and his king's bad. So all in all, but it's how do you proceed from here, right? Because he does have 2 pieces out, and I've only got 1. I've got that pawn. So he moves here, and well, I haven't got any checks, right? But I just decided to just do this. So now I've got a double pawn centre, and he can't really do anything about it. And it puts my knight, it establishes my knight. So he comes down here and attacks the knight. And I just ignored that for now and did this. Reason being because there's some, that knight is pinned rather badly with his king there. And if he captures my knight with his bishop, which if he did this, then he's still going to lose his knight anyway. So he could move his king out the way, and he's still going to lose that to the pawn. And then potentially another revealed check on his queen with a check on his king if he doesn't do something about that. And then we've got double attacks like this. It's all rather nasty. So I had all that set up with that idea. And then he just goes to oust it. And well, what do you do here? What have you got? It seemed to me it was just logical
check,
to just disrupt the structure completely and take away all his pawn protection. He wanted instead to take with the king, but the problem with this is that my knight is now covering 2 very important retreating squares for his king. Those 2 white squares. And the knight can't be taken by the king. It can be taken by the bishop, but not by his king, you see.
Check.
So I came up to check here. I did have a knight check, but there was no point in doing it, because it's better that the knight's covering those 2 squares. So as you see now, he can only sort of either come closer to my camp or go off to the left. He resigned here. I'll show you, if he goes off to the left,
checkmate.
It's instamate there.
Check.
And it's instamate
Checkmate.
there. Look at that lovely pattern there.
Check.
But I mean, if he goes off here, it's even more embarrassing.
Checkmate.
So that's why you don't mirror. Well, don't mindlessly mirror.